Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and a highly requested morning routine video. Now I get so many questions asking how exactly I manage to get up at 4:40 every morning in order to work and fit things in before my family get up. So I've put together this morning routine video to share all of the little tricks that I use to manage to make my mornings productive and work for me. So before we get into it, I just want to say hi, I'm Ree. If you're new, I would love it if you would stick around and subscribe. I do lots of routine videos as well as vlogs, organization, speed cleans, all that kind of thing. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Now let's take a look at my morning routine. My alarm goes off on my watch because that way it doesn't disturb my husband or my children, and I'm able to get up and actually have peace to work without everyone else being awake too. So I pop my phone into a basket that I've prepared the night before. So in there's my jumper I'm going to stick on, my iPad, my headphones, anything I'm going to need so I don't have to be fumbling around in the dark waking him up. Then I head to the bathroom. I've got all of my stuff with me, including my drink. So that is a chili bottle, which keeps my drink nice and cold. That is just water that I'd prepared the night before. I pop on a jumper because generally I'm a bit cold when I wake up. And then I drink as much as I can. I try and drink any of that water that I didn't drink through the course of the night, and it really helps to wake me up, and it helps to not feel groggy, because if you're dehydrated you feel groggy and disgusting. Next, I tie up my hair out of my face. I use these little curly twirly things, I don't know what they're called, the coil hair elastics, to tie up my hair. They're like the old style phone cords that we used to have years ago when phones used to be attached to walls. So I tie up my hair out the way so that I can wash my face, clean my teeth, and fit in a little bit of exercise. Now, while I'm doing my morning routine, I always have one of my AirPods in, listening to something from my phone. I tend to just use one AirPod at a time, and that way when one goes flat, I can just swap it for the other one. In the mornings, I have to listen to something that motivates me. So that could be a book from Audible, and it could be music, depending on what mood I'm in. So if you want to try a book from Audible, I do have a link below that will get you one free book. I'm currently listening to Shonda Rhimes' The Year of Yes. That's what's playing in my ears at the moment. She is brilliant. If you have seen Grey's Anatomy, she wrote that, or she produced Bridgerton, but she is just amazing. And that's what I'm currently listening to while I'm cleaning my teeth. She is motivating, she's funny and inspiring. So that's kind of what you need first thing in the morning. Once I have finished cleaning my teeth, I wash my face, and all I use for this in the mornings is a cheeky wipe, which are just cloth baby wipes. They're like little flannels. I will link them below if you want to grab some. They're good. We use them for hands and faces for the children, and I wash my face with them. I don't use any product to wash my face in the morning because I take off my makeup before bed, so therefore I'm just freshening up my face. Once I've done with that, I just chuck it in the bath, which is where I keep wet or damp things ready to go downstairs to be washed. And then I'm currently just using some of this Nivea Soft moisturizer. I've got really dry skin, so this just does the trick for me. It feels really nourishing. It just makes my skin feel soft and hydrated and non-dry and snake-like. Next, I go into my phone and I get into my Smart Life app, which is how I control all our, sorry, I'm going to say it, it's going to set yours off, Alexa devices. Sorry, let me know in the comments, did that set yours off? Anyway, I have a little automation that's called Ree Up for Work. I press that button and it turns on the stairs light for 2 minutes, long enough for me to go downstairs. It turns on the wax burner in my office, so that way by the time I get downstairs to work, my office smells amazing and it puts me in a good mood, and I'm already starting the day on the right foot, ready to work. So I pop my iPad and things into my office and then head through into the kitchen to sort my morning drinks. So I need to refill my chili bottle with nice cold water. I always like to have cold water with me at all times just to stay hydrated. Helps to keep me focused and stop me feeling groggy. And then I grab my little Sistema bottle. I have a few of these and I refill them as soon as they come out of the dishwasher and they live in the fridge. And then I use a sachet of Burst. I'm having a strawberry one this morning. These are multivitamin energy drinks and I really associate them with getting in gear for the day. They start me off the right way. They've got loads of goodness and things in them. I will link a little blog post below and up in the cards if you want to learn a little bit more about those, and there's a discount code on there too. I am an affiliate for Exanti, just to let you know, but I genuinely have these drinks every single day. Next, I do a little bit of exercise. This varies from time to time. Sometimes I fit in a full workout in the morning. Sometimes I feel like it's best to fit in later in the day when the children are up, or 12,000 steps a day is enough if I'm doing back and forth to school, and sometimes I don't work out at all and I feel worse for it. At the moment, I'm in a phase of just doing some short yoga sun salutations before I start work, and this is because my physio told me I really need to. I've been getting really bad back. I get really dodgy back and hips since having the children. Being pregnant 4 times and then having that awful SBD thing has really left me kind of a little bit damaged. By doing these sun salutations in the morning, it keeps me kind of loose enough to not really suffer with bad back pain. I used to feel like making time for exercise was almost selfish, where I should be doing more important things like work or stuff with the children. But you know what they say, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will be forced to make time for your illness. And actually, it is not selfish at all to take exercise. It is totally sensible, because if you do not look after yourself, how can you be there to look after your family and your children and be as efficient as you can be? So rather than being something that negatively impacts productivity, taking the time to exercise does actually increase productivity. So once I've done some very short sun salutations, then I roll my mat back up and pop it away behind the sofa. One of the barriers to exercise is often having to get stuff out. So just by keeping things hidden and neatly away, but where you need them, will really help with keeping you efficient and on task and doing things like exercise. I head back into my office, which by now is smelling divine with the fabulous wax melt going, and I sit down to eat the frog. Now, I don't actually eat frog. No frogs are ever harmed in the making of my morning routine. Mark Twain said, if you have to eat a frog, the best thing you can do is eat it first thing in the morning. And if you have to eat 2 frogs, you should eat the biggest, ugliest one first. And all this means is when you sit down in the morning to work, you need to tackle your most important task first, the ones that are going to move the needle forward for you. So for me, this is creating content, it is editing videos, it's publishing blog posts, it is productive stuff, and I need to create before I consume. So I need to do my own work and create my own work before I react to things like emails, text, social media. But there is one more thing I do before I start eating frogs, and that is journaling, which I used to do on Notepad, and now I use this app called GoodNotes, which I absolutely love. So I write directly onto the GoodNotes app using my Apple Pencil. So every morning I write down the things I'm grateful for, and this helps to keep me in a really positive mindset. But also I write down my goals as if I am grateful for them having already happened. If you want me to go into the whole how I journal, why I journal like that, and how it helps, that's going to have to be a whole separate video. But do let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see, and I will put together that video. One thing I do want to share that I don't think I've shared before, can't remember, but not exactly specific morning routine, but more organizing my office. I do have pop sockets on the back of my phone, and I've got this cool little stand which my phone sits on my desk, which is really cool and I like. The other thing I do every morning, this is morning routine based, is while I'm working I charge my watch, and that is because I've been wearing it all night, so I need to make sure it's charged up for the day. Then it is time to actually get the work done. Let the frog eating commence. Each one of these clipboards has got a different project on it, and then that clipboard down the bottom has my weekly task list. So I take down the clipboard that's first in the queue, the one that I'm going to be working on, and then all the notes I need for that project, so whether it's a video, a blog post, some brand work, are all on that clipboard. And when I finish the project, I can file it away. I do love my erasable pens because, okay, maybe I'm a little bit of a neat freak, but mistakes on things upset me, and I like being able to rub them out and make everything look neat. I feel like if my work is in order, then my brain's in order and I can kind of cope. I'm very much a digital planner, but having this visual representation of things in my office has really, really helped me to see at a glance what I should be doing. So that way, when I sit down to work, there's no, what should I be doing? I'm straight into being productive. Then at 6:45, another alarm goes off. I put my watch back on because it is now fully charged, and it's time to head back upstairs to wake my family and get everyone ready for the day, but not before I sort some laundry. So that way, while I'm doing other things like getting everyone ready for the day, the washing machine and the dryer are working too. That is the definition of multitasking. Even if you make no other time to do housework through the whole day, taking that time to stick a load on first thing in the morning sets you off for being productive and stops the laundry mountain building up and the overwhelm becoming overwhelming. And I head upstairs where the children are generally awake and generally not dressed. Zara has found a big teddy, which she has named Barbara, and dressed in her own clothes. So Zara may not be dressed, but Barbara the teddy bear is. Then it's time to let in some fresh air and light. Well, it's actually blowing a gale outside, so normally I would open the windows and let some fresh air in, but today I'm not going to. It's time for curtain opening and bed making in the children's rooms. I'm actually going to make Zara's bed for her because I just need her to get dressed. The older ones do make their own beds because they are that little bit older, and Zara will be expected to do the same when she's a little bit older, but I just have a little tidy around to start the day. I feel like if the beds are made at the beginning of the day, the rooms look instantly tidier. We're just setting the right tone for the day. So Bella is 6 and now more than capable of making her own bed in the mornings. And we're not talking hospital corners here, just smoothing over the duvet, plopping the pillows in the right place so it looks sort of tidy. It's an important life skill and habit to teach them, and it encourages independence. The massive time saver in the morning is all the uniform is sorted on the weekends. Each night I pop what I'm going to wear onto this hook just so I don't spend endless time gazing into my wardrobe wondering what to wear each morning. So now my husband has got out of the bed, so has Barbara the bear, and I can make the bed. I cannot cope with leaving the bedroom in the morning for the day with the bed unmade. It totally spins me out. What spins me out more than that is putting stuff on top of an unmade bed with things getting lost inside it. It literally takes a minute, less than a minute to do, and the room looks instantly tidy as opposed to a total tip. Totally worth taking that minute. Then it's time for me to get ready, which I'm keeping pretty basic at the moment. I just literally take my hair out of a ponytail, stick my hairband to keep my fringe out of my face, and then I'm using a little bit of strobe cream just to make me look a little bit more luminous than I actually am. Some days that's all I bother to put on my skin, but today I'm actually filming 3 videos later, so I am going to put on a little bit of foundation. I'm using the MAC Studio Fix foundation, and then the only other thing I'm going to put on my face today is some of this cheek and lip tint stuff. It's like a stick, like a big lipstick. You put some on your lips, you put some on your cheeks, you look a bit like a clown, and then you blend it in. Next, I put my hair straighteners on to warm up while I do the girls' hair. I have this little drawer in my bedroom for all their girls' hair thingies, so we don't have to go hunting around the house for them. Then I do the girls' hair. They always have it plaited for school, mainly because I'm trying to avoid them getting nits, and I figure if it's in plaits, they're less likely to get nits than if it's just flowing around everywhere. I wish I could say I do beautiful French plaits, but I can't do those. I can just about do normal plaits and make them look sort of tidy, but French plaits are beyond my capabilities. So then once the girly's hair is done, I run the straighteners over my hair. I just run the straighteners over it in the roughest way possible to sort of smooth out the bumps in my hair. Then I put my hair straighteners into my heat-proof pouch thingy, and that goes under my dressing table into my hair tool organizer. Then I just comb my eyelashes. I don't use mascara or anything at the moment because I've been having individual lash extensions, which means I've always got long eyelashes and I don't do anything other than comb them. Alexa, turn dressing table off, and that also kills, as a bit of a fail-safe, my hair straighteners. So if I fail to turn them off, then the A word turns them off for me. Then we go downstairs for breakfast. The children have cereal for breakfast, and then I chop them up some fruit to go with that. While they're eating their breakfast, I grab a lunchbox for Zara. The others have school dinners, so Zara has to take a full lunch. Well, technically, she has to take snack and then come home for lunch. But what I do is I pack her whole lunch. She eats as much as she wants of it in school for snack, and then she brings the rest home and eats it at home, or if we're going anywhere on the way out, then she's already got her lunch with her. I fill up the children's water bottles, and then I check they have everything they need for their snacks, lunches, whatever. So William has a water bottle and a Serene bar. Bella has got some fruit chopped up. I think there's strawberries that I did last night. Zara's got sandwiches, a banana, a drink, some very small amount of strawberries, some mini cheddars and things. So that will last Zara for her snack in the morning and her lunch, and then her snack in the afternoon too. I'm having a chocolate caramel Exanti bar for breakfast this morning. I like them because they fill me up, they keep me going, and I don't get a sugar crash mid-morning. And I find if I have cereal or toast or something, then that's what ends up happening. When the children have finished their breakfast, I ask them to take their dishes over to the dishwasher. By asking them to do these little basic things when they're little, they're used to helping out and not having everything done for them. Then they wipe their faces with a little cheeky wipe, and it's time to clean teeth. Now we actually have a tooth cleaning basket downstairs, as well as their toothbrushes that we keep upstairs, and this just saves another few precious minutes in the morning, so they don't have to go all the way back upstairs and then inevitably get sucked into their bedrooms playing with things, and then having lost things and not knowing where things are and wanting to just carry on playing rather than leaving. So cleaning teeth downstairs has been a game changer. Then all the tooth cleaning, toothbrushes and toothpastes go back into that little basket, and that goes into this little slim cupboard in the corner of the downstairs loo. Then the children take their snacks and drinks and go and get out their bags and shoes and coats. And we do all of this before playtime, because once all this is done, if they're totally ready to go, then they can play, because there is time to do that. But until everything is by the door and got out and ready to go, and don't get me wrong, the school bag station is by the front door, the shoes are in the hall, but I still like them to have them out, ready to go, literally to grab. So there's no last minute, I can't find my shoes or whatever, panic. So they get it all out, they can do it themselves, they know where things are, they also know where things are supposed to go away at the end of the day. They actually take wellies because sometimes the way we walk home from school is super muddy, so quite often they go in wellies and they change into normal shoes when they get there, or they change into wellies to come home. So that's Will's stuff already. Bella is going to go in shoes because my husband is actually dropping them off in the van this morning and just taking her wellies with her. Children are ready so they can play while I tidy up. So I'm just going to pop the little dishes we've used in the dishwasher and give everything a little wipe around so that the kitchen is tidy. And when I come in here at lunchtime, it's not like, ugh, what a mess. I know that when I'm off working, the kitchen is nice and ready for me to come and rest and relax in at lunchtime. So I'm going to use a little bit of method method, pink grapefruit and a microfiber cloth. It's not really dirty, it's just a few crumbs, so it only takes a second to wipe over, and it just keeps it nice and tidy and on top of it. By doing these little wipe arounds, as a little bit of mess occurs, then it just avoids having to give the kitchen a really deep scrub because we've just kept on top of it a little bit more. I'm also going to wipe over the kitchen table, which does have this cover thing on it. I will link that below in the description because I get asked about it all the time. It's like a roll of plastic and it's been amazing for protecting the table. And an alarm goes off when it's time to leave for breakfast club. So yes, my children have breakfast and then go to breakfast club, but they're only going so they can go a little bit earlier so my husband and I can both get to working. So I'm going to kiss them all goodbye because actually my husband is kind of going that direction today, so he is able to take them to school. So I'm going to kiss them all goodbye, help Zara with her shoes. She's got the socks on the wrong feet, which I'm just noticing now, and I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna just be like Elsa and say, do you know what, well done darling for putting your socks on at all. Obviously on a lot of days I would then take them to school and I would walk them to school, but today my husband's taking them, so I'm going to close the door and then I'm going to look at the floor where William has stomped mud off his wellies, and I'm just going to take the little handheld Dyson and just do literally a 30-second cleanup so that that doesn't all get wedged into the carpet when everyone comes back. And it's back into my office for me. I'm going to sit back down at the computer and get on with some more work. I have 2.5-ish hours before I have to go and get Zara, so I've got to be really productive and make the most of this time. Thank you so much for sharing my morning with me. I'm going to get on with some work. You can click on one of these videos around my head and enjoy one of those instead. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, do all those things. I shall see you beautiful people soon. Bye.